Vision Zero is a 5-year road safety program with the ambitious aim of reducing serious injuries and fatalities, in particular to cyclists and pedestrians on our streets, to zero. It's a 5-year program, and it has been in place in many other jurisdictions around the world for years, including New York City. Toronto announced the program back in 2016, and while it didn't officially launch until the beginning of 2017, over the last 20 months, critics say not a lot has been accomplished. In fact, they say the situation is getting worse, not better.
Every 3.5 hours, a person driving a car hits a person walking in Toronto. And every 7.5 hours, a person driving hits a person riding a bicycle. This is totally unacceptable and it's uncivilized, and Mayor Tory and this administration have done practically nothing to make the city safer for everyone.
Gil Penalosa is basing those numbers on all collisions reported to police, not just injuries or fatalities. He created the group 880 Cities, meaning all streets should be safe if you're 8 years old or 80. He says the city is paying lip service to Vision Zero. He points to one initiative he finds laughable, a sign installed on Spadina designating a senior safety zone, while he says nothing concrete has actually been done to make the street safer.
They can walk 2 blocks and then they gotta go back home. Like also if they arrive on a helicopter, because these 2 blocks are safe, but the next one is not.
Toronto continues to see high and increasing numbers of both cyclist and pedestrian injuries and deaths. According to Toronto Police, at this point in 2017, there had been 21 fatalities. So far this year, there have been 26. In all, since 2016, there have been 111 pedestrian or cyclist fatalities on Toronto streets. Clint Stibbe from Traffic Services agrees this is not going in the right direction. Is it fair to say that Vision Zero so far has not worked?
Vision Zero has a challenge ahead of it, but it is attainable provided we get the support from the community. And everybody says, what are the police doing? We can manage a small portion of it. We can enforce the laws where possible, but the time it takes for us to stop one person, 2 others or 3 others or even more could commit the offense.
Gil Penalosa doesn't buy it.
I do think that the police is doing practically nothing. The police are saying, this is not part of me, it's not up to me. Of course it's up to them. They need to enforce it.
New York City implemented Vision Zero in 2014 and have been very pleased with its success. The transportation commissioner from that city is in town for a symposium to discuss Vision Zero. Polly Trottenberg was on BT this morning and agrees enforcement has been a big part of it. Also, speed limit reduction, changing road design and other initiatives have led to a 26% reduction in overall fatalities.
I think we've really seen some results that we find very encouraging.
The City of Toronto Transportation Services Department says it too is also working very hard to achieve the goal of 0 fatalities. They have also reduced speed limits on 45 corridors, installed 200,000 kilometers of pavement zebra markings for increased safety, installed 74 new red light cameras, and re-engineered 28 intersections, reducing curb radius to slow turning drivers down. A spokesperson says it's too soon to make comparisons to places like New York.
We have looked to other jurisdictions like New York. We've compared the work that we've been doing with the work that they're doing in terms of things like increasing pedestrian walk times, reducing crossing distances, creating things like senior safety zones, school safety zones. All these types of concepts are all very similar between our program and theirs, because they've had years of success doing this. So in a way, as we're comparing notes, we're sort of double checking to make sure that we're on the right track.
Roger Brown insists that the political will to make this program work is there. He cites a recent infusion of $22 million by the city into Vision Zero. That brings the total budget to $108 million, which he says will go a long way to accelerating the program and achieving its goals.